can have a very traumatic effect on you. I know it has for me, but it's also it's just caused the fire within me, that passion, to burn even hotter, because I don't want that to happen to ever to anybody else ever again. So that's kind of the balance that you were talking about. You got to get to that balance. Then there's the I don't knows. And believe me, as safety professionals, there are more things that I don't know than things that I do know. And I know that. And I'm not ashamed to say it. There's a whole bunch more that I don't know than I do know. Man, when I stepped into the aerospace industry, it was like, oh boy, there are a lot of similarities now in manufacturing. There are a lot of similarities with working with metals. There are a lot of similarities with welding. There are a lot of similarities with, energetics, things that go boom. There are a lot of similarities with chemicals and hazardous chemicals and those types of things, but they are not all put together the same way. This is a new industry for me. So when I was in the missile defense industry, it was the same way. It was like, oh my gosh, this is what do you mean? And I would have to, so there's a whole lot of things to learn. That's a positive, but it can also be a negative. So it's a balancing act. I mean, if you're hungry and you're passionate about what you do, I really believe that there are more pros than there ever will be cons. Right. Because you get to go home every night with some satisfaction that you've done a job and you've helped people get pointed in the right direction so that they could go home with a paycheck to feed their families, raise their kids, and do it with all their fingers, all their toes, and both their eyes and ears.